And good morning and welcome back to the Netball Show. Sorry, Flick, I had to say and again.
It's okay.
We'll quickly review today's games later this afternoon, and East Geelong hosting Inverleigh. Very important game for both sides. The East girls are going to be coming out today looking for those 4 points as they did last week against Bellpost Hill. So hopefully East can win. Next game, Bellpost Hill versus Corio. Flick?
I think another close match, but considering after we've just spoken to Amy as well and that Corio are rebuilding, I think that Bellpost coming off a loss last week will really be looking for these points.
Yeah. Tough game and it could go either way.
Yeah.
Geelong West hosting Belmont in what should be another close game, Flick.
Yeah.
I think maybe Geelong West after their loss last week. Maybe Geelong West might get over the line.
Yeah, I'm actually going to tip West as well. I think this will be a really good close match. So I think, this could go either way as well, another close game. And
I apologise, North Geelong, you did beat Geelong West last week, my fault. Anarchy versus Werribee at Anarchy.
Werribee once again too strong for Anarchy.
Yeah.
So tipping there for Werribee.
And the second last game, Winch hosting North at Winchelsea. Flick, your home ground there, I think.
Yep, and Winchelsea are hosting the Netball Victoria and WorkSafe Game of the Month there, one of 4 to be held in Victoria. So they're going to be looking for a nice strong day of wins throughout the entire lot. The Melbourne Vixen players are coming down and running a clinic for the under 13s and 15s. So from both clubs to participate in that, and there's also a few luncheons and health checks and things that Netball Victoria are running. So Winchelsea are very honoured to have this event, and on behalf of the league think that it's a fantastic recognition of the work that everybody in our entire league does. So hopefully Winch will come away with some strong wins and just play fantastic netball from both teams.
That was a mouthful. Mm-hmm. All right. The last game, Bannockburn hosting Thompson. Madge, I'll throw this one to you. What do you think? Bannockburn hosting Thompson.
Bannockburn hosting Thompson. I think Bannockburn will have a win there. Thompson are rebuilding, and look, I'm really proud of where they're stepping up. They've got the juniors, the under 13s, which I actually was down there last week and did a little bit of coaching with them to give them some ideas of not running from one end of the court to the other, which they're very cute. But so look, Thompson will do a fair bit of rebuilding this season, so I think Bannockburn will be too strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I just have one more congratulations to Holly Fowler at Geelong West as well for gaining her C-grade badge in the last couple of weeks. So congratulations to her, and to anyone that is wanting to step up. Don't hesitate to see either myself or Madge or any of the netball coordinators at Life Be In It. More than willing and wanting new and upcoming umpires. So congratulations.
Yeah, and if you want, after your umpire's badge, don't come and see me. All right. Now, let's get back to Madge. Madge?
Hi, Birdy.
How you going?
Yes, I'm great. I'm ready for another session with you.
Now, I just need to clear this up.
Yep.
The blood rule. Mm-hmm. Okay? The player comes off, gets medical treatment, and while they're having medical treatment, the coach is not allowed to talk to the teams.
Not allowed to coach, Birdy.
Not allowed to coach.
Not allowed to coach, yeah.
Not allowed to coach during thing.
That's correct.
Now, what happens if there's a playing coach?
Okay, look, that's a real difficult one and a bit of controversial one. What they say is that it's the same situation for a playing coach. They can talk, but they can't coach. So they can talk amongst themselves, but they can't, do any coaching actions. And look, the umpires on the panel are very, very informed about what their requirements are to watch for coaching when there is an injury or a blood rule. So we do listen, we do watch, and, if it does happen, they do it very sneakily.
Like in a couple of weeks' time, we play Corio.
Yeah.
They've got a playing coach. So how will we, they all girls get in the huddle. How do you know they're not talking about game plan and strategy?
Yep. Because look, Birdy, and that's a great question. I understand where other coaches might think that they've got, it over you if you've got a playing coach, but the umpires are very well aware of that, and like I said, they will really watch what comes out of the mouth of the coach, of the playing coach.
So the umpires before the game, they're aware that the team that has a playing coach, they're aware who she is.
Pretty much so. Most umpires have been around the GDFL for a fair while, and they are aware of the coaches, yeah. And look, we need to know who the officials are at the start of the game, so that's something that we do find out. So,
Do you think that umpires should maybe grow an extra, maybe couple millimetres of skin in some of the games?
Yeah.
You know, some umpires are easily flustered, and like happened to me on the weekend, and my own personal opinion, this umpire just went absolutely bat out of hell at me, and I don't know.
You wouldn't have deserved it?
Not for what I just said. I just trying to point out one of the mistakes. She's only human. She makes mistakes.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I guess you've answered your question, Birdy, in that they do make mistakes. You know, she's missed an over third. So be it. Suck it up. You know, like it doesn't give.
Suck it up.
Yeah, it doesn't give.
Suck it up, Bird.
You heard it. It doesn't give you the right as a coach or an official or anybody on the side to yell out and scream and tell them that they've made a mistake. Or, you know, it's about, leave your bogan pants at home. To me, it's got to be that we have some kind of respect for the umpires, for what they have to do, and yelling at and screaming and telling them that they're wrong, and inappropriate behaviour. As I said at the start of the season, it's zero tolerance, Birdy. You may have forgotten. We may need to ring Christy on that and see what that's about, but it is zero tolerance, and that means you need to behave. And I go back a long way with you, and I do know that you can be very vocal. I think I keep you under control pretty well, and there's lots of umpires that do.
All right, Madge. We'll leave it there. We've got to go because Fano's getting a bit upset. Thanks for joining us this morning. Flick, thank you.
Thanks, Birdy.
Good morning.
All the best later on this afternoon, and we'll catch everyone next weekend.